As the Senate debates the One Big and Beautiful Bill Act, an ambitious effort to lock in the tax cuts that have fueled American growth since 2017, Democrats are once again distorting the numbers to block relief for working families. At the center of their outrage, a common-sense accounting principle that continuing current tax policy should not be treated as a new government expense. Republicans are moving to extend key provisions of the 2017 Tax Cuts and Jobs Act before they expire at the end of 2025. Rather than letting tax hikes automatically hit over 60% of American households, the GOP's megabill would make much of the tax relief permanent, preserving a policy that's already helping families, small businesses, and job creators. But under the restrictive rules of the Senate reconciliation process, which requires any long-term budget impact to stay within tight deficit limits, Democrats and congressional budget officials are demanding that these extensions be scored as new spending. Let's be clear, these aren't new entitlements or massive social programs. They are existing tax cuts, the same cuts Democrats opposed in 2017 and are now desperate to end. To move the legislation forward, Budget Committee Chairman Senator Lindsey Graham is using a lawful and long-standing budget tool, setting baseline assumptions for budget scoring. That includes recognizing that tax policy already in place, policy that Americans have built their financial plans around, isn't some brand new cost to the federal ledger. The refusal to let taxes go up isn't a spending increase, said Senate Finance Committee Chairman Mike Crapo. He's right. American families shouldn't be punished with higher taxes just because the Congressional Budget Office insists on outdated scoring gimmicks. Despite the hysteria from Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer, this is not some dangerous precedent. Previous budget chairs, Republican and Democrat alike, have exercised this discretion. What's changed is the scale. The GOP is using this tool to shield taxpayers from a looming multi-trillion-dollar hike engineered by reconciliation rules, not the will of the people. Much of the left's criticism centers on the Byrd Rule, a provision meant to keep unrelated spending out of reconciliation bills. Democrats claim Republicans are breaking the rules by stretching reconciliation too far. But what's really happening is a fight over control. Democrats want to keep the filibuster intact to block permanent tax relief, while conveniently ignoring how reconciliation was used under President Biden to push through nearly $2 trillion in partisan spending via the American Rescue Plan. When Republicans try to use the same process to cut taxes, suddenly it's a crisis. Critics have also latched onto the GOP's decision to let some new tax breaks, like deductions for tipped workers, overtime pay, and car loan interest, expire after 2028. But these expirations are intentional. They create future review points and force Congress to reassess what works. That's smart policymaking, not budget trickery. By contrast, Democrats are pretending that not letting tax cuts expire is the same as creating new spending. It's a narrative designed to scare voters and sabotage a bill that could lock in certainty for millions of Americans. The Republican tax bill isn't a free lunch, but it's not the budget buster Democrats claim either. By declaring the continuation of current policy free in budget terms, Republicans are highlighting a fundamental truth: Washington's obsession with tax hikes is about politics, not fiscal sanity. The left would rather preserve broken rules than let Americans keep more of their money. If the GOP succeeds in passing the One Big and Beautiful Bill, it won't just be a win for conservatives. It will be a victory for working Americans tired of being treated like the government's piggy bank.